Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine, and today's topic is what does your ideal life look like? There are three piles, and the timestamps for each pile will be in the description box in the comment section below. If the readings resonate, please feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you will. Right now, there is still 25% off of all the personal readings that I offer, and if interested, the details for that will be in the description box and comment section below as well. Today is the last day for that sale. And to my subscribers and returning viewers, I greatly appreciate the support as always. Newer viewers, you may feel free to return to my channel after this video to check out other videos, other topics, and other readings. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into each one of your messages. Welcome to your reading pile one regarding what does your ideal life look like? So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We're going to go ahead and identify the cards that came out, and then we'll go ahead and get into your message. So the first card out for you is the King of Cups. It is followed by the Fool card, which is followed by the Moon. And then we have the Hanged Man, followed by the Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of the deck energy is the Page of Cups. So for your reading, I'm getting the message that I'm getting here overall, because there are a couple and we're going to go into each one. But primarily, your ideal life would essentially basically look like the wheel turning in your favor. It'll essentially, it's giving the vibe of someone who just desires to have a happy life, someone who just desires to wake up every day and be happy and excited about the day, somebody that just wants to basically experience life in its purest, most authentic, loving, and positive energy, basically wanting to have the ability to just explore, adventure, and allow life to unfold in a beautiful way for you. You want to be able to have the ability to pursue your dreams, pursue your goals, to go after, all the positive, wonderful things that your heart desires, and know without a shadow of a doubt that with this Wheel of Fortune energy, that it's destined for you to be successful at it. To know that when you put in effort, whether this be in love, in money, in career, in even your own personal self growth, that you're going to be abundant and successful, that the Wheel of Fortune is going to constantly turn in your favor. So this is giving me the energy, or rather the vibe, that for a lot of you, life has been difficult. With this Moon card being here at the center, this is a card of fear, of anxiety. It's a card of not being able to see clearly, of having a lot of doubts and a lot of illusions, right? So this would essentially suggest that in your past or even in your present, take it as it resonates, which timeline you're on. This would suggest that you've had a lot of disappointments. You've had a lot of starts or false starts. You've had a lot of energy or situations where you've put in your time, you've put in your energy, your money, your resources, your love to things, people, situations, circumstances, and you feel like maybe it's been the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, where you've not gotten that reciprocated. There, you feel like the good karma that you put out, or the positive energy and efforts you put into things, don't always necessarily equal to the rewards you get. You feel like you put out more, or you have put out more than you get back. And so you're desiring to live in a life where you're the King of Cups in your life. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, this is just the energy. The King of Cups energy is someone who is emotionally intelligent. This is a humble and kind and honorable leader, someone who is the leader of their own life, but they lead with love. They give positive love and energy out, and they want to be able to receive that same positive love and energy back. This is someone who, essentially based on this, your ideal life is you wanting to be able to follow your heart, but be able to do so with the Fool energy. And in the tarot deck, the Fool is someone, as I said, that goes on a journey, and they do not concern themselves with fear and doubt. They do not worry about what could go wrong. They're not necessarily even going after a specific target. They're not even going after a specific dream. They just wake up every day and live life and trust that life is going to unfold in their favor, and that their solutions to their problems or to any given situation is going to automatically work out for them. And if it doesn't, they trust that they're going to be rerouted to something better. This is living a life where you wake up every day with a positive mindset, where you pursue your dreams and goals with a positive mindset. In this pile, your ideal life is essentially you wanting to be able to breathe. You wanting to be able to live without stress, without worries, without fears, without anxiety, without problems, so again, you could be an energy that has always had problems, or there's always something that needs to be fixed. And it's like when you fix or solve one thing, then something else comes up. It's almost like maybe you've never had a long period of time or any time where you could just sit down and breathe, and things are basically done or worked out in your favor on their own. It requires a lot of effort. And even then, sometimes you may feel like you lose, or you end up in a lot of lose lose situations. Or you have situations where you may have short periods of prosperity and success or small victories, but then maybe you feel like the majority of your timeline of your life, of your experiences, have been the opposite, where they're not as prosperous, or you don't, you get very little. And this is just you wanting to be able to lead a life of love, a life of peace, a life of harmony, a life of just enjoying life. So for some of you, you may not even, again, I don't know if I said it already, but you may not have a specific dream life, right? In other words, when I first came up with the topic, I first thought of the topic, and when I was going into the shuffling, I assumed that maybe these would be readings that highlight someone that wants a big home or a lot of money or a fancy car or this dream career. And some of you may, but the overall message here is that those attracted to this pile just desire to just enjoy the journey of life. And that may not necessarily have to look a certain way. It's what you want to feel. Your ideal life is about the feelings and the experiences you have in your relationships with people, in your connections with people, in your career, in just basically knowing that life is something worthwhile. Waking up every day and knowing it's going to be a good day. Going out and starting a business of your dreams, for example, and knowing that with the Wheel of Fortune, it's going to work out in your favor, that you're destined to be successful, that you're destined for things to align for you. And with the Hanged Man coming out, this is a card of being of a delay and being in an energy of being paused. So things could be delayed, they could be slowed down. So with it coming out with the Moon card and the Fool card, this sequence would say that the Fool is going out on a journey, enjoying life, no fears, no doubts. The Moon following is fears, doubts, right? And then the Hanged Man is pause. So this gives me the energy that a lot of you do not necessarily maybe go after what you want, even if this is on a subconscious level. Some of you may be in the energy where there are things you want to pursue, but maybe you've had a lot of false starts, or you've had a lot of disappointments, or you've become drained from life because you've given so much and you feel like you've gotten so little from it. So maybe now you're in the Hanged Man energy because you have so many fears and doubts, and it's keeping you from being able to enjoy life or live life from this full energy of just releasing and letting go. Now, mind you, the Hanged Man is also a card of surrender. It is also a card of letting go. It's a card of just basically waiting and being patient and allowing things to unfold, which again does reconfirm that this is what your ideal life would look like. Just you having strong faith and a strong inner knowing and a definitive outcome of prosperity and positive energy. But it's something that has to do with the heart. This energy in this pile is it's giving us someone who does lead from the heart in everything that you do, whether you're pursuing a career, whether you're pursuing a spouse or a partner, whether you're just, pouring into yourself and in your own self love. This is someone who just wants to live a beautiful life. You want to live a happy, loving, joyous life surrounded by beautiful, happy, joyous, loving people in a career that you love. You want life to you want to be able to experience the life that maybe you've never experienced. So perhaps again, for a lot of you, like I said, you've had life that where it's been disappointments, it's been lack, it's been loss, it's been a lot of tumultuous relationships and connections, chaotic dynamics, betrayal, deception. And you want to experience the better part of life. You want the Wheel of Fortune to turn in your favor, where you have good fortune, inevitable positive events. You're living your destiny, and all of the prosperity and abundance that's meant for you, it comes in. It's what you flow in. You flow in this energy. even if healed, because the King of Cups is a healed energy. This is a person who has went through heartbreak, loss, betrayal, sadness, disappointments, but they've healed and became the leader of their own lives and learned to love and give love and receive it in return. So a lot of you who have like a lot of disappointments in love and life, you want to be able to be fully healed in those areas. In every area of who you are, you want to be healed. You don't want your past or the things you've been through that are affecting who you are, that may have, again, created these fears and anxieties. You don't want that to exist in your daily life. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, because it did come out in the upright, but in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune is about, failures, wrong turns. It's about being sluggish, having a lack of motivation. It's a dead end. It's feeling like no matter how many times you run in a direction, you're constantly running into a dead end. It doesn't matter if it's the right thing, or you feel it's the right thing, or you've put in energy and did all this thinking and patiently waiting to make sure that when you pursue it, it's the right way. And it's like it still ends up not being correct, or you still end up falling short somewhere. So I'm also getting that maybe the ideal life is you being able to trust yourself, to trust your intuition, and to trust that your intuition and your decisions will not lead you astray. Your pursuits will not lead you astray. The directions that you're going in to fulfill your destiny and your life's purpose will lead you in the right direction every single time. You want to be able to trust life. So some of you may not trust life to work out for you because maybe it never has or it doesn't often. Your ideal life is to trust that life is going to constantly work out for you every single day. You wake up at peace. You go through your day at peace. You go to sleep at night at peace. So for you in this pile, your ideal life is just living a life of positive abundance in every area, but especially in love, things you love, careers you love. You guys just want to be happy. In this pile, you just want to be happy. Yeah, you don't want to feel like things are going to constantly get worse before they get better. You want to live a life where it's constantly improving in every area, where you have good luck on your side, where there's constantly new doors opening for you and your success is quick and it's positively abundant and it's permanent. It's something that stays. It's not something that is fleeting. You want to be able to have the you want to be able to take risk, because with this energy is suggesting a lot of you may not be willing to take risks because you feel like you've lost so much and you don't want to take a risk and potentially lose even more. So in your ideal life, you'd be someone who's able to take risk, like with this full energy, somebody that'll just embark on something or pursue something and trust that it's going to work out. Yeah. I don't think that in this pile, I don't get the vibe that you're asking for much. Right? I mean, this just feels like somebody who, again, just wants to breathe. You just want to be happy. And your happiness may not even be dependent on necessarily material things, right? Some of you, yes, because with the Wheel of Fortune, this is success and good luck in every area of your life that you're destined to have. But I do feel like for a lot of you, it's just being happy, whether that's in a small home or a big home. As long as your home is warm and comfortable and all the bills are paid and you have enough money to not have to worry about those type of, responsibilities because they're already taken care of. That to you is your ideal life. Being able to go on a trip if you want to, being able to, not have to worry about the people that you're dating, or be in a relationship or marriage where the person that you're with is honorable and they're trustworthy and there's someone that, you know, is going to, match this cup's energy that you're putting out. Somebody that's loyal, that's faithful, that's dedicated, that's invested just as much as you. This is just, you just want to be at peace. Yeah, this is really beautiful. But at the same time, it is a little sad because the energy is giving that you've not experienced this before. Or if you have, again, maybe it's been short lived or it's been a long time since you've been able to move in this type of comfortable energy. This just feels like someone who desires to be comfortable in life. You just want life to ease up. You want your burdens to go away, your fears, your anxieties to go away, your stress to go away. You want life to unfold and to, balance things out for you. You want to be able to live a life in a free flowing energy and a free spirited energy, but with love. Even if you're someone who prefers to be on your own, you still want to operate in this King of Cups energy. And again, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. This just signifies someone who is emotionally intelligent and someone who leads, because the King of Cups is a leader, someone who leads from a place of love in everything in their life that they do. A home that's filled with love and joy and ease and harmony. A career that's filled with love, something that you love to do. You pour love into it, and that the love that you pour into it grows quickly and abundantly for you. A family or a spouse where you pour in this loving, leading with love and creating this loving energy, and you're receiving it back in return. So it doesn't seem like your ideal life is you asking for a whole lot. Wow. Yeah, this is kind of surprising. When the cards came out, I didn't expect this kind of message to come through. As I mentioned earlier, I kind of expected, and again, I haven't done the other two piles, so maybe that will come up. Because a lot of people do have an ideal life of having big houses and nice fancy cars and a lot of money. Nothing wrong with that. You know, I wouldn't mind a big house and a lot of money and a fancy car. I wouldn't mind it. But this energy here is very pure. This is very pure. You're someone who also probably desires to live in a world of pure, authentic, loving energy where everyone has harmony, everyone has prosperity and abundance, everyone is in a career and pursuing their goals that they love, not something that they feel obligated to do or they feel stuck and stagnant in. Someone who leads a life of abundance doing what they love, surrounded by people that they love and that loves them. You want everyone to probably, with you, a lot of you probably want to live in a world where everyone, including yourself, wakes up every day and without a shadow of a doubt that it's going to be a beautiful day. Everything's going to work out for you. Everything that you put out, everything that you do. If you go on a shopping trip, it's going to be a beautiful experience and you're going to encounter beautiful people and run into, wonderful prices and the most beautiful outfits and shoes. If you go on a trip, it's going to be filled with beautiful sights and beautiful experiences, and you're going to encounter, beautiful energies. You just want a harmonious life of ease. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I don't feel like a lot of you are very materialistic. I feel like a lot of you have lived a life where you have maybe gotten used to going without, having a lot of loss, a lot of lack. So, and having to work hard and struggle so much that now you're at a point in your life where it's like, if I can just have peace, if the wheel of fortune can just turn in my favor, if all of my bills are paid, if all of the connections that I have are peaceful and harmonious. That's essentially all you desire. That's all you desire. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I feel like this is so beautiful. I just can't say it enough. This energy feels warm. Those attracted to this, I feel like your energy is very warm, very gentle, very friendly, very kind. Someone that is just there's an abundance of positive energy here. I feel like this energy is very rare in this world these days. This is a very trustworthy energy. You're someone trustworthy. You just desire stability in life, in every area of your life. A very patient person, someone who's had to be strong. Yeah. I wish this for you guys. I wish this for me too. But I definitely wish this for you guys. I pray that um you are allowed to live this life, especially with the Wheel of Fortune coming out, because that could also signify that you are destined to live this life, because that is a card of destiny. It's something that is inevitable for you. But given the topic of the reading, this is ideal. This is what you desire. This is probably what you've always desired, to just be able to release and let go. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, sorry, with the Hanged Man, breaking from the past. Yeah. And stagnation. Yeah. This is definitely an energy of stagnation. You've probably waited a long time for this and have been waiting a long time for this Wheel of Fortune to turn in your favor. And your ideal life, you don't have to wait. There's no delays. There's no fear of how things are going to turn out. Yeah. Oh, this is so lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Again, I pray that this is the life that you're able to live, that it's a life of ease, a life of positive abundance, joy, surrounded with a beautiful, loving community, and that you're able to live in harmony and without fear, without doubts, without anxiety. Yeah, I'm wishing you guys all the best. And as always, if you're interested, you can, of course, return to the channel. There are other topics, other videos, and other readings there. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get into the next messages in the next readings. Welcome to your reading pile 2 regarding what does your ideal life look like? I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We're going to identify the cards that came out, and then we'll get into the messages. So the first card out for your reading is the Queen of Wands, followed by the Ten of Wands, which is followed by the Knight of Pentacles. And then we have the King of Wands, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy is the Four of Pentacles. So in your reading, it's literally only Wands and only Pentacles. And we have the King and Queen of Wands out here. And we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles out here. So, from your reading, this is a very clear message, but there are a number of different elements and stories here. Okay, so first and foremost, in your ideal life, for those drawn to this pile, you desire to be someone who is driven, being someone who is able to pursue your goals, pursue your hobbies. Maybe you want to be able to travel when you want to. You want to have freedom to just go out and do what you love to do and just enjoy life. You're someone who desires freedom, at least in the beginning, because the fact that the Queen of Wands comes out first and then the Queen of Pentacles is at the end, and then we have the Four of Pentacles at the bottom, this would suggest to me that you're someone who wants to be able to live your best life, without any burdens, because the Ten of Wands comes out after, without any burdens, without any extra responsibilities, just being able to focus on yourself. Because with the Queen of Wands energy and the King of Wands energy, this is individuals who usually don't have like dependents, people that rely on them. These are usually people that have to focus on themselves. These are energies of people who are very driven, very passionate. These are very attractive energies, very sexy, very sensual energies, people who are in the center of attention. This is like boss lady, boss man type of energy. So this is the element of what's coming up for the energy that you desire to be in. So you could be in this energy, but maybe the story here is what you desire to do with this energy. But either way, the fact that it's coming out first and then we have the pentacles at the end, this is suggesting that you would desire to pursue your dreams, pursue your goals, build abundance, and wealth, explore life, create memories, exciting memories, just have all of this, luxury and lavish experiences. And then you would like to settle down, right? So again, living your best life and then being able to settle down and maybe have a family, become a parent. Now, for some of you, perhaps you already are a parent, right? For some of you, perhaps you're already a parent. You could be a single parent, or you're someone who has extra responsibilities or people that rely on you, which is perhaps why in your ideal life, this is what you would desire, to be able to move in this wands, this Queen of Wands, King of Wands energy first, and kind of get all of this beautiful, free flowing, free spirited energy over with in the beginning and just enjoy life. And then have, accumulate enough money from your creative endeavors and passion projects, and then be able to sit down and enjoy your wealth where you have more than enough to provide for you and more than enough to provide for those that depend on you in your household. Because the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles energy is polar opposites. The Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands energy out here, this polar opposites. With the King and Queen of Wands, these are energies that are fast moving, they're passionate, they're fiery. These are not energies that are necessarily settled. It's like they attack and go after one goal, they finalize it, they hit their target, then they're off to the next. These are people who are usually not held down by others. They're very focused on self. They're very focused on building the life for themselves that they want, manifesting the life that they want, putting in the energy and the fire, overcoming obstacles, and basically hitting one goal after the next. This is what drives them. This is what fuels them. Whereas with the Knight of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, this is more of a slower moving energy. Wands is the fastest moving energy in the deck. Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the deck. So with this energy being slower, with the Pentacles, you settle down, you're grounded, you take your time, and you're investing and you're building into something that you want to sustain long term. So in this specific energy, it's like you want to be able to exist in this King and Queen of Wands energy and then move forward to exist in this Pentacles energy where now you can settle down. You've got all of these beautiful, you've lived your best life, you've dated, you've experienced traveling, you've created all these businesses, all of these passion projects, all of these hobbies. You have focused on yourself and built your own self-love, your own self-worth. You've basically created a life for yourself as an individual person. And then now you can go settle down and focus all your energy on balance and having the family that you want. You want the best of both worlds. This energy is so beautiful. You want the best of both worlds. And even once you settle down and like you have a family, if that's what, obviously some of you are desiring, then even then you would still desire to be able to still have this Wands energy, this King and Queen of Wands energy element within you, where then maybe you're traveling with your family and creating experiences with your family. But now you have this Queen and Knight of Pentacles energy where now you've built wealth. You've built an empire, you've built a career, you've built the business that you want, and you have the money where you can just be at peace. You don't have to worry about anything. And like I said earlier, for some of you that are parents already or that already have people that rely on you, this would explain this 10 of Wands energy where as of right now, it could slow you down, right? And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying that with the 10 of Wands coming in after the Queen of Wands, this would suggest an energy of you having burdens, right? Things that burden you or things that hinder you or too many responsibilities that are kind of stagnating your energy and the ability to just move like you want. And then the Knight of Pentacles comes out after the 10 of Wands, which represents the burdens. And the Knight of Pentacles is you slowly building wealth. So it's almost like signifying that for some of you that have responsibilities, too many responsibilities, and you can't move the way you want, it's like you're in this Knight of Pentacles energy where you're slowly having to build your empire, slowly having to invest, slowly having to kind of build a foundation here, as opposed to being in the Knight of Wands energy where you can just go straight at your target. Okay. Now, for some of you, this King and Queen of Wands coming out would signify to me that you desire to have a passionate partner that matches your energy, someone that has lived their life, they've built their dreams up, they've built their goals up, they're a leader in their own right. And it's like you guys come together, and this is a very intense and passionate and lusty and deep connection. Someone who you can, the fire will never die because you both operate in this Wands energy, but you both also operate in this Pentacles energy. So there's loyalty, there's faithfulness, there's harmony, there's balance, there is structure, but it's almost like you will always be young at heart. So you want to you desire a relationship where you can basically go out and experience the world with your partner, with your family, and it's someone that has a similar outlook on life as you. Is someone where maybe you can pursue once you come together and build dreams together. Someone that can help balance out the responsibilities that you guys will accumulate and balance out the home life, but giving just as much fire, just as much focus, just as much investment and structure as you are. For some of you, a smaller portion, and take it if it resonates. I am getting a side message here that for some of you, like I mentioned, that may be single parents, because the Queen of Pentacles energy is usually somebody who is a working parent or a single parent that has to provide love and nurturing and has to balance it out with providing financial resources. With the cards coming out here for a small portion of you, this could signify that this ideal life is something that you desire strongly, because maybe you were the Queen of Wands energy and there was a King of Wands energy that came in, and then after they left, it put you in a position to have to operate in the Queen of Pentacles, where now you're having to provide on your own, and you're having to also be this feminine, loving nature, loving, nurturing parent to your child, right? So essentially, that's a side message for some of you, and I just wanted to put it out there because I always try to get every message out that comes through. But all in all, with the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this is a card of a balancing of finances, a solid foundation. In your ideal life, you have no stress, worries, or anxiety about money. You're able to live your best life in a Queen or King of Wands energy, but also have the ability to live a structured, stable life in this Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles energy. You desire to be able to have a partner that you can rely on, have a partner that has the same outlook as you and that has the same level of balance. This is a very structured energy. Even with the wands coming out, your energy is very practical. And you do desire to be able to balance out practical. Basically, this is saying you desire to be able to follow your dreams and your passions and move from a place of free spirited energy, but also balancing it out with your practical responsibilities. So being able to be a great spouse and parent at home, for example, and have a home life and the bills are paid and everything is structured, but also having the freedom to continue to live your dreams, to continue to pursue your goals, to continue to, explore the world and just enjoy life. But it's a very much you wanting to experience the best of both worlds in your ideal life. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I actually really love this energy. With this energy here, again, some of you could already be King and Queen of Wands, as I stated. And that's why this is your ideal life because you have so much passion, so many dreams, so much ambition, and you are someone who does like to just take off running towards what you desire in life. And you may feel stagnated right now, but even though you are in this King and Queen of Wands energy already, this is who you are at your core. With the Ten of Wands, you cannot move the way you want, which is why in your ideal life, you would be able to. You'd be able to balance that Wands and Pentacles energy, freedom and structure, in investments and passion. And I think this is beautiful. I think most people would desire this. Most people you desire. So again, with this couple, this king and queen, I guess like a lot of you would desire to be a power couple because the queen and king of wands is the definition of power. That would be the definition of a power couple because these are powerful individuals. These are individuals that these are individuals that are intense. These are individuals that are very deep, very assertive, very independent and driven. And these are both leaders. These can be individuals also who tend to become well known or they're very popular because they're so magnetic and attractive that they draw in a lot of attention. And also being in that energy, it allows them to draw in a lot of opportunities. So I feel like for a lot of you, you would desire a power couple dynamic where you guys are both passionate and you never lose that zest for life. You have a deep, strong bond and you both have similar goals and outlooks, but there's a loyalty here. There's a devotion here. There's a structured nature here of still being able to build a family, but always having that pure and free spirited nature within each of you and within your connection. So basically, a love that never dies. It's passionate and fiery because of the wands, but it is slow burning and everlasting because of the pentacles. And this is how you would desire your dreams and goals to be as well, for you to be able to create and build the businesses, the careers, the passions that you desire with a quick, ferocious, focused energy, but build them in a way where they, like the pentacles energy, they last. They last the test of time. They continue to build wealth, being able to build an empire with, a lot of focus and in a quick way, but one that is sturdy and it will not break. It will not fall apart. It's something that you'll be able to rely on, way into your later years of life. And I do think this is the best way to go about life is to move in a wand's energy and explore life and create your passions, follow your dreams, create beautiful experiences and really get to know yourself, right? With this energy, this is someone who wants to get to know themselves at the core and who wants to satisfy all their own pleasures and all their own desires and goals and dreams before having to settle down and give that, with the pentacles energy and now giving that love, nurturing, and focus and time to other individuals who rely on you. That's a beautiful, balanced way because, if you do it either way, the opposite, there could be a lack. But in this case, you want to have a balance. And I really like this. I really do. I really, really do. I'm trying to see if there's any other messages coming through here. But yeah, this is a determined pile. You guys are very determined, very responsible. Even with this King and Queen of Wands, this is giving the energy of someone who has all this fire, this passion, and this intensity, but it's managed. With this Pentacles energy, it's managed. But yeah, you want to be successful. In your ideal life, you're successful, you're happy, you're attractive, you're sexy. You have someone who matches your energy, a stable, fiery connection that continues to grow, and you have an abundance of money and an abundance of time. There's a beautiful balance with being able to focus on yourself and what you desire in life, but still being able to invest and give to the people around you and to a family life and a traditional structured home and family dynamic. And to be honest, I guess this probably, I agree. I think this would be my ideal life. It would. Because I think this is wonderful. I think if this should be the way that people do go about life, and this is the trajectory. But that's not how life works for everyone. And I am praying that you guys do get this life. I am praying, no matter what your situation is now, even if you already have extra responsibilities, you know, being in a Queen of Wands energy, eventually you are going to get what you want. Because when you're in this energy, you do not stop until you get your goal. Even with the obstacles, the extra responsibilities, the anxiety, the burdens that some of you may already have, that is kind of slowing you down with this Knight of Pentacles and forcing you to move slower in building what you want, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Based on this energy, you will get it because you won't stop till you do. It may just take some of you a little bit longer, or it has taken you a little bit longer. But I am going to leave your reading there. And if it resonated, please feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments. And if interested, you can return to my channel for other topics, other videos, and other readings. Thank you. Welcome to your reading pile 3 regarding what does your ideal life look like. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We're going to identify the cards that came out, and then we'll go ahead and get into the message. So the first card out for you is the 3 of Cups, followed by the Sun card. And then we have the 3 of Swords, followed by the Fool card. And then the final card out is Justice. Bottom of the deck energy is the Hierophant. So a couple of different messages here. So I am getting the message, though, primarily that for you in your ideal life, it would consist of abundance, positive abundance, joy, celebration. It's essentially you having success and joy, but also having a community and group of people to share it with. There's a strong sense of desiring companionship or people around you that you can trust, that you can rely on when times are good and even when times aren't the best. When you're successful and you're having prosperity, you want people there that are genuine, authentic, that will celebrate you, and then you also celebrating their victories and success. But when there's like a 3 of Swords where you have heartbreak, disappointment, sadness, or you're just feeling down and out, or you having lack or loss, they're also there to help comfort you and help get you back in an optimistic, positive mood. Because we have out here the 3 of Cups representing community, friendship, family. This is a platonic group of friends that support you, that back you up. You guys celebrate each other. It's just a positive, it's like a soul tribe energy. So in your ideal life, a soul tribe would definitely be something that is prevalent and something that has a huge impact on your, perspective of what the ideal life looks like, people that you can rely on. And for some of you, this is even people that you would like to be able to work with. It's not just a platonic friendship thing, but also something where you guys may work together on creative projects, people that have similar interests and maybe pursuing those together or celebrating each other's victories in those same areas. And then, like I said, with the Sun card following the 3 of Cups, the Sun card is about positivity, success, vitality. It's essentially a card of happiness, achievements, goals, just overall positive abundance, within every area of life. It's where the sun is shining and everything is harmonious. And this is you wanting to be able to share in your victories and your success with others. But then you have the 3 of Swords coming out. And this is signifying, like I said, sadness, where there's heartbreak, there's dissatisfaction, there's sorrow. And this is you maybe being isolated. And this is also a card of having difficulties in relationships. So maybe if you have a breakup, or another friendship falls apart, you have a supportive group of people within your circle that are there to support you, or even help neutralize the situation between you and someone else that is a part of the group. Just an example. Then you have the Fool card coming out after the Three of Swords. The Fool card is a card of someone who goes on a journey. They go after something, or essentially just going on with life, trusting life, making decisions, moving forward, and just allowing things to flow in, and trusting that things are going to flow in a positive way. So it's like taking risk, opening themselves up to take risk. And with the Justice card coming out after, this is you wanting to be able to maybe take risk and open yourself up to allowing new people in your life. And with the Justice card and the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, this signifies knowing that these will be harmonious, just, and highly moral energies, people with integrity, people that you can trust, people that are fair and balanced. They'll give the same amount of, fair, loving energy to you, trustworthy energy to you that you're giving to them. So with this energy coming out, though, I am getting the vibe that for a lot of you, or some of you, either way, this signifies to me that maybe the reason you're seeing this is coming up as your ideal life, because there could be other elements of your life, of your ideal life, that are prevalent, like, money, homes, cars, but some of you may already have those things, right? So maybe what you do have is success, or you're, stable and you're fine in certain areas of your life, but you don't have a group of friends. Or maybe on the flip side, some of you have been going through difficulties and you don't have anyone that you can talk to, that you can rely on, that you can go to for guidance or advice, or just to be a listening ear. Like with the Hierophant, this is a spiritual guide. So this is someone who you can go to for advice. You can trust them. They're righteous. They believe in doing the right thing, and they're wise. They can provide advice, or they can just be someone who is, with the Justice card out here too, that's someone who's objective. They're also someone who can give advice, and they're also someone who you can trust. The Justice card and Hierophant is about trusting energies, people that move in a fair and an honorable way. So you may have had energies and experiences in the past with family, friends, lovers, what have you, who were not in this energy. You've been disappointed, you've been deceived, because when the Justice card and the Hierophant comes out, this is you seeking a community, a soul tribe of individuals, whether this be in family, friends, or in romance. This is you seeking people that you can trust, people that are not envious. So you could have had experiences like with this Three of Swords, where in your past connections, there have been difficulties. There's been betrayal, there's been chaos, there's been rumors, there's been gossip. There's been envy, there's been jealousy, maybe people competing with you, maybe people not celebrating your victories or trying to tear you down when you're happy, um, or people rejoicing in your sadness instead of helping you to move more into this sun energy, or this full dynamic energy of optimism and trusting in the journey. You're desiring a connection in a community of people that will help inspire you. You guys help inspire each other. You help lift each other up. You trust each other. You trust that you can go to them with your secrets, with your fears, your doubts, your anxiety, and you can be, vulnerable with them. And they will give sound advice. They will move with integrity, and they will have a genuine compassion and understanding for you, and vice versa. However, when you're also successful, when you're going through success and victories, you have people you can go to that are going to be just as happy for you as you are for yourself, and they're going to celebrate you. They're going to, celebrate your success and victories with you, and uplift you and encourage you to become even more successful. You basically just want a sense of community, because again, some of you may already have success, but you don't have people you can trust. Some of you who may not have achieved your success or stability in your life yet. Maybe again, you're in this Three of Swords where you're going through a hard time, but you don't have anyone that you can talk to. And this ideal perspective of having the ideal life is interesting to me, because it's not really specifying material things, right? I mean, the sun is out here, so this is signifying somebody who does desire to have a successful life. But this is also somebody who is desiring companionship. And that is important in life, because whether you are successful or whether you are going through a hard time, it is important as us as humans to have somebody there to talk to. Somebody that, because there's people who have wealth, but they have no one around them that they can trust. And, it's like a lot of people will say, you hear people say, what's the point of having wealth if you have no one to share it with? It's a lonely, that's why they say it's lonely at the top. And then you have people who go through stuff and it's like you're going through so much, but you wish you could have someone that's in a hierophant energy, who is a trusted guide, who will, not gossip about you, not judge you, not mock you, someone who will be compassionate and patient and trustworthy, who you can pour your heart out to. And they'll either give you good advice or they'll just be a listening ear. And with the justice card, they'll be objective and fair and harmonious. You basically are desiring a solid foundation in your life of individuals. This could be in love, this could be in relationships, this could be in love, this could be in friendships, this could be in kinship. Either way, you're just desiring other energy around you. Now, mind you, this does not mean that you're not happy on your own, because I am getting the vibe that for a lot of you, you are someone who typically moves solo. You may be a hermit in a way, and that could be, again, because with this Three of Swords out here, you're desiring this ideal life because you have been heartbroken a lot. You have been deceived. You have found yourself, having people be jealous or envious of your success, or you've had people glorify and seem almost happy when you're going through something, or people that are just not there for you at all, no matter if you're victorious and successful, or if you're sad and needing a listening ear. You just have not had people you can trust, because it usually may always lead to an energy of dissatisfaction or betrayal or deception, or you being discussed with other people, right? So this could mean that's why you may have closed your heart out, because with the Three of Swords, this is in the picture, there's three swords going through the heart on the picture. And swords energy represents mental energy. And then the heart in the picture represents emotional energy. So this could also mean that these are people who have hurt you with their words. And this could also signify that the experiences you've had in the past have hurt you mentally and emotionally. So you have become more cautious on a mental level when it comes to considering and really thinking about allowing in new connections and letting people get close to you. And on an emotional level, you may have closed your heart out. Even if not fully, you may have closed your heart out to a point where you're more distant in a way. You only really trust yourself at this point. And to some degree, you may even question yourself when it comes to making these decisions, because this energy is suggesting that in your ideal life, you're able to you're able to approach and open yourself up and to move into this full energy when it comes to opening yourself up for connections, where you just essentially allow people in and you trust that the higher power, that the divine, the creator, whatever source you believe in, is going to is going to bring in people that are fair, that are balanced, that are just, that are righteous, that have a strong sense of integrity, that are comfortable and confident in themselves, and they celebrate other people. They're compassionate, they're understanding. You basically want to be able to be in the energy where you can just allow yourself to open yourself up and bring in a way, I guess, or even seek out connections with others. But other than that, in this state, this is saying that right now in your life, a lot of you are guarded. And maybe this is why you're in a hermit mode, or maybe you have a couple of people around you, but maybe it's not the type of connections that you desire. Because with the Hierophant coming out, you more than likely desire a spiritual connection. You desire a spiritual community, a spiritual soul tribe, people that are working on themselves, people that hold themselves to a high standard, people that are respectful, people that have learned from life, they have grown and they're mature. This is essentially what you're seeking. This is what you're seeking out in terms of what your ideal life would look like, where you have success with the Sun card, but you have people to share it with. And if you have down times or loss, you have people to support you. You have people that will support your endeavors, people that will support your dreams, your goals, people that will be there when you're up and even if you're down. These are strong, solid individuals. Even if these are friends, they feel like family, right? Because of how connected you guys are on a spiritual level. This is it's a good energy, but it's kind of sad to me, because the Three of Swords is at the center of the card, which is a card of sadness. But it's sad because in order for you to have this type of ideal life, or this is what your ideal life looks like, for a lot of you, this would signify that you don't have this. That's why you're idealizing it, because We idealize what we don't have a lot of the time. Sometimes you can have something like this and you're already in your ideal life. And for some of you, that may be the case. And this is just confirming that this is what your subconscious ideal life would look like. But for a majority of you, it's sad because it's like this is what you're lacking, or this is what you've not been able to have. Your heart has been broken. Perhaps you show up in this justice energy and this hierophant energy for others, where you have high morals, you celebrate them, you are there for them when they're down. You're a support system. You're fair. You're balanced. You're harmonious. You come from a genuine place of love. And you're not getting that in return, which is why the justice card is out here, because you're desiring now fair companionship where people show up in a positive, righteous state just as much as you do. People give the same level of love and warmth and positive, supportive energy to you that you give to them, because there may have been an imbalance in the past. So this is definitely, there could have also been a lot of immature energies, because the high priestess is a card of righteousness, and it's a card of someone who is mature, someone who moves from a place of compassion, a place of understanding, a place of peace. So, and then I did want to touch on this because the Hierophant is usually a older energy. From my perspective, this is an older energy. This is usually somebody that, would represent a spiritual leader in a way, or just a wise counsel. And this could be like a parent, this could be an aunt, an uncle. So I do feel like for some of you, and this may not resonate with all of you, but for some of you, maybe this dynamic of difficulties in relationships became a pattern because maybe some of you don't have great relationships with your parents. Maybe there was an imbalance with the parents. Maybe there were difficulties in your connections with your parents or your caregiver, or maybe a lot of the authority figures over you. And so as you went through life, you started repeating these patterns in your friendships and in your romantic relationships with your coworkers, just with people in general, because this is where you kind of started out. So those patterns are repeating because maybe it's something that needs to be healed, or it's a karmic pattern that needs to be worked through and balanced out. And that's probably why in your ideal life, you're seeking this out with this justice. You're seeking this karmic, this good karma, this karmic balancing of the scales in your connections, in your relationships, in your friendships, and even in your success. Because with the Sun card coming out with the Three of Cups, this is again you desiring to be successful, happy, joyous, celebrating, achieving all your goals, confident, but also having a community to be there with you, to support you. So, and for those of you where this is like a parental situation, then this would make sense why this pattern has constantly come up and why you're desiring something like this in your life, because you've never had it. Even from a younger age, you've never really had this. For those of you where it's not an issue, or it's something that has, started from the home, then this could mean that it's just been something that has repeated with friends and with, platonic connections, or even with romantic connections. And for some of you, there could even be a fear of success, or a fear of telling other people about your success, right? Because with the Sun card and the Three of Swords, this can represent a situation where you're conscious of the risk and the challenges that come with success, right? With taking, and then also the challenges and the risks that come with taking risk of opening yourself up to other people, right? But with you having a fear of maybe speaking about your success and wins, it could be because you've had people be jealous of it and tear it down, or at some point, some of you may have dimmed your light or kept quiet about your victories as much as you wanted to talk about them and be proud of them. You may have kept quiet because you've been around people who want to dim your light, people who are envious of your success, even if they have their own, but maybe not just wanting you to be on that level or wanting you to feel beneath them. So you've had to maybe seek out your success and pursue your success in silence, and keep your wins and victories to yourself as a way to protect it and to protect yourself. So you're desiring your ideal life to have a community where you don't have to do that. You can be loud and proud about your victories. You can be loud and proud about your dreams and your goals and your wins, and even your vulnerable. You can be vulnerable about, what you perceive as your failures or your losses or your lack or your fears, your anxieties or your secrets. And these are people that will support you in every aspect of your life. And with the Hierophant, this is about conventional norms. This is about, structured, the social structures. So you're desiring a connection that is conventional, right? Like I know friendships are and connections are not always, what we see on TV. But like the traditional, more righteous, moral aspects of a connection or a friendship is where like people are so close, so tight, and so loyal with one another that nothing and no one can come between it, because each individual in that connection are both mature, both wise, and both desiring to move from higher standards, and basically allowing people in that are operating with those same higher standards. So you are essentially just wanting something that is like a conventional friendship, like the status quo type of friendship that is genuine and authentic, like the ones you see in movies, the good ones, because it really depends on what movie. If it's a movie like Juice, you don't want that type of friendship. But maybe that's the type of friendships you've had in your past, something like in the movie Juice, if you've ever seen it. But yeah, in your reading, in your ideal life, you would have success, you would have happiness, you would have victory, you'd be willing to take risk without concerns. But more importantly, you would have people around you that you can trust to be there with you through the ups and the downs, whether so you're not going through everything alone. Celebrating yourself is fine, and that's great, but it's always extra good to have other people around you that celebrate you too, and that you can celebrate, because that energy coming together is far, it's like what they say, two heads is better than one. Having those extra energies come together to support you, whether they're supporting your wins or your loss, either way, that energy is very powerful when it can come together, and it's positive when it's moving from this justice and a hierophant energy. This is an energy that can be very powerful. It can be very encouraging, and it can help push you to new heights. Even if you're in a loss or lack state, it can help push you up, up out of those type of situations and feelings, and arise and bring you into the full energy of being optimistic about life, taking risks, and trusting in the outcome, being in the sun energy of trusting that you're successful, you're victorious, and that your success and victory will continue to grow more powerful and bright. So, yes, celebrating yourself is great. Having to learn to rely on yourself when it comes to healing and overcoming challenges is great. But it's even better when you have a trusted community and soul tribe that can be there to help you along the way, because sometimes we do need a little bit of extra help. We do need a shoulder to lean on that we can trust and that is wise and that can give us guidance, or simply just listen and not take the vulnerable aspects and the personal information we give them and take it elsewhere, or talk about us or make us feel some type of way. So, I am going to leave it there. And I am wishing you all the best. And I'm praying and hoping that this ideal life, this positive experience of the Three of Cups in the Sun, where you have a life full of success, celebration, joy, and a positive abundance. I am praying that for you, that there's fairness and justice and balance and just all the most wonderful energy in the world for you, for you and in your sense of community. People that move with integrity. Yeah, I feel for you. I really do. And I definitely can resonate with this energy, which is probably why it feels so sad to me. But I am wishing you all the best. I'm going to leave it there. And if you're interested, you can return to the channel for other topics, other videos, and other readings. But other than that, thank you for clicking on this video today.